Hi everyone, Caroline here. Today I'm going to do an Easter card, and I'm going to be using the Funky Fossil Forest Glade Die. I'm not sure if any of you were able to get this when it was launched on Create and Craft, because they did sell out very quickly. But anyway, Sarah at Funky Fossil has got these back in stock, so grab them while you can. Okay. Now what we're going to do, this is just a bit of a sample of what I've done, and I'm going to talk you through it for doing a bit of a sunset card. And what I do is I use this, both of them, and I make a little stencil first so that I can use that on there for doing my background. As you can see from there, I've used the stencil, and then I go and I cut one out in black, so out of black cardstock, and that then will be able to go on top when it's done, like that. So let's get started. Okay, I'm using 6.5 by 6.5 white cardstock, and I'm going to be using it on a 7 by 7 card. So I'm going to pop my stencil there, because that's about where it'll go when it's on my card, and I'll show you how as I go along. My card topping is going to, this is a Dalton Manor cardstock, and it's a pearlized, it's like it's a dark cream. It's absolutely perfect for Easter cards. So I know exactly then when I put the hole out inside, just using the outer die, I know where to place my stencil so that it's perfectly in line, like that. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of low-tack tape just to hold it in place, just down here for a second, and I can lift that off, and then a little bit at the top, like that. I'll move that in a minute, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop under my landscape mask where the hill's going to go, like that. So just double check that that's all in place, that's all okay. Yep, and we're good to go. Right, I'm starting off with Dusty Concord in the Distress Oxide, and that's going to go at the bottom, because with any sunsets you always get it darker at the bottom in the sky. As you look out at your sky, it's always darker. I'm going across like this, blend it in, and on top of that I'm going to use Faded Jeans. Again, starting from the bottom, work upward, and don't worry about going outside the lines, because that's all going to be covered. So we're going from a slightly darkish blue, purpley blue, to a purpley pink. Skies sometimes are wonderful colours, aren't they? And then I'm going to go with Rusty Hinge. Okay. And can you see how that's you know, there's a sun setting. You've got that really beautiful orangey colour underneath. So that was the Distress Oxide Rusty Hinge. And then I'm going to have the fossilised amber. Okay, so if you can see that, can you see? Perfect. So I'll pop that back over again. Take that down. And I'm going to take this one off because I'm going to do the hills now that are in the meadow. And I'm going to be using the Shabby Shutters with the Distress Oxide, just to get the edge of the hill there. So it's a little bit darker. And then Bundle Sage, which is a lighter green. And I can remove that hill mask now and just use my my stencil like that. And when you lift it off, there you have the outline of it all. And just like I say, it doesn't matter if it goes on the outside, don't worry about that. Just going to use a little bit of darkness for as the hill comes down here. There we have that. So that's a beautiful sunset. Gorgeous. I'll pop those to one side because I want to stamp my Lavinia bunny in here now for Easter. Our little Easter bunny. I'm going to do a little mini Pipin. This is Pipin Mini. Come on, Pipin. Got to come out for Easter. Here we go. So he's stood there looking at the sunset. I'm going to stamp this with my VersaFine Clair Black. One more. He's stamped very well, hasn't he? He's been a good boy. That's it. And I thought I might use as well my mini lamp, you know, the little lanterns you get from Lavinia. I thought I'd pop that right at the top there, as if it's just being held up by the branches, just to give a bit of light in the forest for when it goes dark. I'm going to pop that there. Like I say, when you get your black one on top, that will make all the difference. Can you see? Be lovely, won't it? Right, let's do it. This will be one of many I'll be making for my grandchildren. for Easter, and I've crocheted them some bunnies as well. I do like to crochet, and I had fun making lots of bunnies this time. Okay, so when that goes on the card like that, then the top card will go on like that, and then the black die cut will go on there like that. But first I'm going to put the glue the black die cut onto it. Hope you're seeing all this okay. I normally use my Xyron machine for doing intricate cuts like this. It glues it up really well, but I've not done that today, so we'll just have to use glue. Push it into place like that. And I'm going to glue my card back onto my black card. And that will go on top of there. Really is quite quick, isn't it? Because you only ever need to do one mask, and you can use it all the time for your colouring. There we are. And I'm going to get my yellow Posca pen, and I'm just going to add a bit of yellow in there from the candle, and a little bit of white as well. A little bit of white around the light. It just makes it stand out like that. A little bit of yellow around the lamp where the sky is glowing on the lamp, and down the edge of the trees as well, just to highlight. Won't show as much in the sky, but as you come down it will show. So the glow from that night sky is reflecting on the trees. And just put it wherever you want. I just think it looks nice to have a little glow over the mushrooms. Really is a beautiful die to work with this. I'll leave a link in the description where it says more, and you'll be able to get it there, and a link to the Lavinia stamps I've used as well. Beautiful for Easter. And I'm going over the edge of Pipin now, because that night sky's glowing on him. His little bobtail. Just going to use a bit of my green from my finger dauber just to ground him there, because he'll get a bit of a shadow as he's sat there. There we have it. It's nice, isn't it? I may add a bit of glitter into the bit of gold glitter into the lights. I think that would be lovely. Using my quickie glue pen. That'll make the lamp glow really nice. Just a bit of fine gold glitter, nothing chunky. Just a bit of fine gold. There we are. And if you want to define the lamp, just use a marker pen. I use my my drawing pens, these liner pens. Just darken it up a little bit so you can get a black marker. And outline it. And then just a happy Easter greeting on here. Some foam pads on the back. There we are. And the Easter greetings there. And there we have it. Pretty, isn't it, for Easter? Hope you can see that. I'll switch my light off in case it's too bright, and then you can see more of the yellow. It's nice, isn't it? You could even add some flowers if you want to, just some little stick-on flowers if you wanted, you know, to make it spring-like. You can glue some flowers in the corner. That's pretty, isn't it? Just adding some little flowers. And I did the same actually with the stencil, the Forest Glade stencil. If you're new to my channel, this is the Funky Fossil, a Forest Glade stencil, and I did the sky and all the scene as well, but I used the stencil, which is slightly bigger than the die, but it is nice, and I'll be making a card with that as well. So, and it's the same principle, exactly the same principle. You just go over it with your stencil. Wrong way around. There we go. Oh dear. So yeah, that's the stencil. So like I say, it is a bit bigger. but it does make an amazing scene. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that, and if you have, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, and if you'd like to share or subscribe, that would be wonderful. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.